Hello, my gorgeous people. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking fall fragrances. Okay, the weather is cooling down and I'm bringing out all of my beautiful, warm, cozy scents, but make it luxurious. So I have an array of fragrances right in front of me that I'm going to be chatting about. Florals, woody scents, ambery scents, spicy scents. I'm reserving this category for this video, and then I will be bringing out a video for my gourmand scents because that needs its own video, or maybe two, because I have quite a few to recommend. But I'm so excited to get into these fragrances. If you see one that you absolutely love, maybe you don't like it, maybe it didn't work out for you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section respectfully. Okay, I'm a big believer in respecting other people's opinions. Something that worked out for me didn't work out for you, or vice versa, and we can have a conversation about that in a grown ass way. So let's go ahead and get into this. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and do follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post on a daily basis. All right, y'all, we got quite a lot of fragrances here to chat about. They're right in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and pull them. Some of them are kind of new in my collection, and some of them are been around for a while. Like, I've worn it time and time again. Starting off with Labo Another 13. Now this one you could definitely wear all year round, and the reason why I put this one in this video in particular is because this has been my layering fragrance. I don't know what it is about the DNA of Labo Another 13, but when I wear this with other fragrances, the compliments are endless. This is very much a musky scent. It is very spicy, warm, and like clean aesthetics vibe. This fragrance doesn't have a lot of substance. I'll be completely honest. It's quite linear and a very simple scent profile, but people love this fragrance, and the lasting power and the way it projects is just phenomenal. I mean, it has to be for the price point, right? I have had my bottle for a little while, and I don't need to overspray this one because, again, it is quite potent in my opinion. Sometimes I go nose blind to it, but others will pick up on it immediately and be like, what are you wearing? Like I mentioned, this is a great layering fragrance. So this is a really nice base for your other fragrances. It just amps up the other fragrance. I've worn it with gourmands. I've worn it with florals. I've worn it with ambery scents, spicy scents, sexy scents, you name it, it just goes with any fragrance. So I'm just like pointing this out. This is, if you have this fragrance in your collection, layer it with other fragrances and let me know how it works out for you, because for me it's been working out pretty amazing. So that is Labo Another 13. Next is, I want to say, a controversial fragrance. There's a lot of out there with this particular fragrance. It is a new Burberry Goddess Intense. Okay, I put out a video and a lot of you were like, I'm not sure about this one. Well, I'm sure. Okay. I really love the original Burberry Goddess. It was my love from the moment I got it in my collection. I've gone through an entire bottle. I have backups of that scent. I think it's just a really well-rounded fragrance. Now, the Intense version definitely has a heavy hit of patchouli when you first spray it. And for some, it could be off-putting. Let this baby dry down, honey. Let it dry down. Oh, I love this one. For me, when I compare the two, the Intense really is that. It's just a little bit richer. It's more spicy. It's warmer on the skin also. I definitely get that patchouli in the opening, but as it dries down, it just becomes a sexier version of the original. Still quite classy, and on me, it just exudes sensuality in a bottle. The layout of this fragrance in terms of the scent pyramid, or the note pyramid, is quite similar to the original. They have quite different variations of vanilla in here, which is just beautiful. It never leans too food-like or too gourmand, in my opinion. It still kind of remains that beautiful floral-esque fragrance. It's beautiful. I love it, and I think it's going to be my go-to for like date nights, evening wear when the months are getting cooler. And I think it's a perfectly blended fragrance. Not for everyone, I guess, but for me, I like it. I really, especially the more that it sits on the skin, I really enjoy it. So if you went on first impressions, meaning the first spray that you got of this and you were like, hell no, or you sprayed it on a piece of paper and you were like, hell no, I would highly, highly recommend spraying it on your skin. Let it marinate, let it develop, because this one does develop on me, and then judge for yourself. But for me, I love this one, and I think it's a really, really great variation of the original one. Next up, we have a very popular fragrance when it comes to fall scents, and for all the right reasons. We are talking about Killian's Angel Share. This will always be in my collection for the fall. It is a beautiful, boozy, spicy fragrance. Has a lot of cinnamon in there, which just, oh, it smells so good on the skin. For me, this is like that addictive scent profile that you just want to keep wearing over and over again. It is a boozy scent, but on me, it doesn't lean all the way like rum or cognac. I still get the other elements in this fragrance. It just smells grown, sophisticated, a little bit sexy, and you can both wear it, you or your man, because to me, this is definitely unisex. The more that I've had it, the more that I've been able to understand this fragrance. 100% unisex. My husband can wear this and he smells just as divine if I'm wearing it. But on my skin, I definitely pull out the sweeter notes, and I get a lot of that cinnamon in here, which is just that beautiful spicy note in here. And I love it. It smells to me like a spicy, boozy cinnamon bun. That's what this smells like to me, but still quite elevated and not leaning overly gourmand, but it will be categorized as a gourmand scent in my opinion. You get that vanilla in here. It's just beautiful. I think in the wintertime, this really shines. I don't really pull for it in the summertime or even spring. It's not giving me that vibe because it's just so warm and spicy that when fall and winter comes around, that's when I want to wear this fragrance. Going into a vanilla-based fragrance that to me is not gourmand, but it's a really beautiful elevated vanilla in my opinion. This is Fleur's Vanilla Skin, and I am obsessed with this one. The first time that I tried it was through the body mist, which I think is slightly lighter in the tone of the fragrance. This to me is a woody, spicy, vanilla scent. It just smells so luxurious. Like I can see a niche house, like I'm talking like those pricey niche houses coming out with a fragrance like that, putting a price tag of $250, $300 and it's selling out. I really, really love this vanilla fragrance, and I love that it's not a traditional like gourmand. I really like that Fleur kind of stayed away from that and gave us more of a higher quality, a little bit of a more luxurious feel to their vanilla fragrance. It smells so good. This is absolutely perfect for fall and winter, in my opinion. I think that it's so well balanced, enough sweetness in there, but not overly sweet, and the woody tones really balance everything out in this fragrance. I do adore a lot of the Fleur fragrances, so if you guys want me to do a video on the little collection that I have, let me know. I can also get a travel size to include in that video, so comment down below. But I am really enjoying this brand. I find that a lot of their fragrances are quite unique. They have a story behind them, and the quality is there. Like there's no denying that this smells gorgeous. It has a sillage. To me, this lasts so well on my clothes especially. So really love this one, and I don't feel the need to overly spray this one. When I say overly spray, I mean above and beyond, because I'm always going to slightly overspray. That's just how I get my fragrances to last, to project. I always keep in mind where I'm going, obviously, and then I do the spraying, okay? But this one is Fleur's Vanilla Skin, and I just love their packaging. I think it's so cute, not too large, so really easy to travel with, and it looks so beautiful in my collection. Next, we have another really gorgeous, unique scent. It does have vanilla, but there's so much more to this one. It is the new Silky Woods Elixir from Goldfield and Banks. Loving the packaging. I have the original one, and this one I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I like like it, and I can definitely see myself wearing this over and over again. This, you want to proceed with caution. I don't find it's a safe blind buy. You want to try it out before you get a full-size bottle, because there's a lot in this one. It's quite complex, and I find it leans slightly more masculine than the original. Still unisex, but just leaning a little bit more masculine, because I do get a little bit more of the woody tones in here. There is oud, but I find that the oud in this is like when you spray MFK's Oud Satin Mood. That's kind of like the vibe that I get in this one. It's very silky, very smooth to when you think of the texture of this fragrance. I mean, wow, there's a lot of notes in here. There is rose in here, there's woody tones, there's vanilla in here. So it's a really gorgeous kind of complex fragrance. It smells ultra luxurious, ultra sophisticated. So if you want a really unique fragrance that has those woody elements, but not like woody, like I'm talking silky, creamy, woody elements, and then you got some florals in there, you got some vanilla, so you have a little bit of everything here. It's spicy, it's warm, it's vanillic, it's just a little sweet also. It smells divine. Like the title really is reminiscent of this fragrance, Silky Woods, because to me that's the texture that I get when I spray this fragrance. It just smells like luxury. Oh yeah, it smells like luxury. This is 100% one that I recommend at least getting yourself a sample, okay? I will link down below the full-size bottle, but I will try to link down below a sample so you guys can try this one out, because definitely if you love those luxurious scents that just smells like money, this is one that I highly recommend you guys picking up. Next is a new fragrance that I have in my collection that I actually just got maybe like a week ago. I have not worn it out of the house just yet, but when I smelled this, I instantly knew I had to include it in this video. It is stunning, and I have tried other fragrances from the maker and they were okay, but this one definitely is one that I can see myself wearing, as well as my husband. It smells so good. This is called Fire. Listen, this is like a warm, spicy, sort of woody, boozy scent. I know there's tobacco in here, there's rum in here. I don't know if there's saffron. I have a feeling there is, but this smells luxurious. There's still a little sweetness in here, so I'm assuming there's some sort of vanillic note in there, but the booziness is very well blended. It's not too sharp or heavy. It smells so good. For the fall and winter, it's going to be so good. So when I initially spray this one, I get like these berry tones, like a fruity tone almost, but like a boozy, over-ripened fruity tone, if that makes any sense. And the fruity tones are like dark and very juicy at the same time. I know there's like some sort of berry note in here, and then as it starts to dry down, you will get a little bit of the warmth, the spiciness. You get a little bit of that vanillic note in here and some woody tones. I am pleasantly surprised. It has a bit of a smoky edge to it too on my skin, and that could just be the initial dry down. And then at the base, I just get creaminess out of this fragrance. Like it has a very creamy texture, and that's why I find it's like really well balanced, perfectly unisex. It's not leaning too masculine to me whatsoever. Like I am comfortable wearing this fragrance 100%. Will I layer it with other fragrances? Absolutely, because I love to layer my scents. I can see myself wearing this one with Silky Woods. I can see myself wearing this with Angel Share 100%. I think these are going to blend beautifully together, or just taking a very simple vanilla and adding it to this one just to add a little bit more sweetness, I think would really elevate this one to a more feminine scent. Around on my channel, you know that I cannot make any videos about fall fragrances or winter fragrances without mentioning this particular one. I absolutely love this fragrance. I think that it is just classy, elegant. It's the epitome of like a luxurious niche scent, and everyone needs to get their nose on this one. It's quite unique, so definitely don't blind buy. You want to sample this one because it might take you aback. Okay, this is Angelique Noir from Guerlain. I love how dark this juice is. I absolutely love their older bottles, but I know that they updated them. They still look really beautiful, but I love this minimalistic, classy bottle. Angelique Noir really, it took me on a rabbit hole to try out so many green vanilla scents. This is beautiful. I originally learned about this fragrance through Demi Rollins, and I never looked back. This is absolutely stunning. You get this beautiful vanilla scent in the dry down that is just breathtaking. Like, it smells so luxurious, so refined. It is not a sweet fragrance by any means. It's kind of aromatic. It is green. It's spicy green. That Angelica note in there really shines through during the entire wear of this fragrance. But to me, it smells so classy, so elegant, so luxurious. I mean, this is a pricey fragrance, so it has to live up to that expectation. And they did it with this one. It is absolutely divine. I love wearing this as we get closer to the holidays. Something about this fragrance reminds me of like Christmas and pine cones. And I find that that green note really just elevates this fragrance to an entire new level. Kind of makes it really unique and just so well blended. So I love this one. Some might find it a little bit more on the mature side, but I think it's classic, it's timeless, and it will always be in my collection. I'm always going to pull it out during the fall and winter. I actually have a backup of this scent, and there are so many that I want to try from Guerlain, but babes, the prices of Guerlain fragrances are not a joke. I'm not even gonna lie, they're not a joke. Like, I want to try Tobacco Honey and so many other ones, but this one is my love. This is Givenchy L'Interdit Rouge, and it smells so romantic. It smells like a date night. It smells like you got dressed up and you're ready to be wine and dined. It just smells so good. It's definitely heavy on the white florals, and it's creamy and luscious, a little bit sweet and ultra feminine. Like, this smells like a woman that is in her divine feminine energy here. It is so beautiful, so pleasant to wear, and others really love this scent when you are wearing it. This is one of my favorites from my husband. When I wear it, it just smells really feminine. It really does. If you love a creamy white floral, oh, you're gonna love this one. It's almost like, I always say this, it has like this bubble gummy quality. So it's not too like too vintagey or anything like that. Like, the white florals are done in a really modern way where there's still freshness and it's kind of bright at the same time while remaining really creamy and luscious. On its own, it's absolutely beautiful. But one of my favorite layering combos is with the Harmonist Moon Glory. These two together, honey, if you've never tried it, please go ahead and do yourself a favor. The honey-esque vibe from this fragrance just provides more richness to this fragrance and kind of takes it to a little bit more of a grown and sexy vibe. So definitely layer these two together. But this is a really easy scent profile that's easy to layer with a lot of different fragrances. Like, you can easily layer this with Silky Woods. You can absolutely layer this with Vanilla Skin, and it's going to go really nicely with something a little bit deeper and richer, because this is slightly more fresher, I want to say, but I do really like this for the fall and winter. Fragrance that I have is one that I honestly, I haven't worn that much, but I went to 2 events last week and I wore this fragrance, and instantly the compliments were pouring. The thing with this one, I don't need to overspray. I find that it is quite potent. I'm doing about 5 to 6 sprays with this one, and the sillage is there. It literally is there, and it sticks to my clothes. So I don't even really have a dent in this one because I've only worn it a handful of times, but the way that people gravitated towards this one, I'm definitely pulling her out more often. And I think for that fall and winter time, it's going to shine really nicely. This is from Matière Première Santal Austral, and it is a woody, sandal woody fragrance that's still quite creamy in the dry down, but definitely a true sandalwood fragrance. This is completely unisex. There's not a lot of sweetness in this one. It smells very classy, very elegant, quite elevated and super luxurious. It's not super complex to me. It's slightly powdery, spicy. I know that there is iris in here. It's quite warm and woody, but like a creamy woody scent. There is tonka in here too, I know that, and of course sandalwood, and it just smells like really luxurious. Honestly, it smells super luxurious. It's not overly complex, but you have to like that woody, a little bit of a powdery scent. You have to like the iris because you are going to get a little bit of that iris, and it almost has like a chocolatey aspect to this fragrance because iris sometimes comes off like chocolatey to me. I don't know why, but it does. And so I kind of get that vibe in this fragrance, but to me, it's just pure luxurious in the bottle. Like if you love sandalwood fragrances, this is definitely that I highly recommend you guys checking out. And it's one that's going to last you a really, really long time because you don't need to overspray. This is potent, this is long lasting, and it has the sillage that you need for everyone in the room to smell. Next fragrance that I have, and I cannot wait to wear this more and more. I'm actually excited for my husband to wear this one a lot, but I do really like this one. Creed came out with two fragrances. This is my favorite out of the two. It's called Delphinus. Hopefully I'm not completely butchering this fragrance. This is an almondy fragrance to me. It has like almonds, it has iris, so it's kind of powdery also. I did spray it earlier on my wrist. Yeah, I get this like powdery, sort of like a bitter almond vibe. It's warm, it's a little spicy. I get a vanillic aspect in the dry down. It smells quite unique. I don't really have a ton of fragrances that smell like this in my collection, and I think that's why it's intriguing me. I see myself using this as a layering scent 100%. I love that almondy touch to this fragrance. I do like a lot of almond in my fragrances, especially for fall and winter. Something about it just like brings out the fragrance so much to me, and this one is one of those fragrances. It's a pretty penny, we're not gonna lie. I mean, this is Creed. I haven't worn it out of the house just yet, so I can't speak to the longevity. So you guys definitely get yourself a sample and try it out. But out of the two, I think this is more like a true unisex fragrance. The other one, I found it leaned a little bit more masculine, but with this one, I can definitely see myself wearing this, especially, ooh, I should try this layering combo tomorrow with Moon Glory. Something about these two, I think would really layer beautifully together because Moon Glory is just like a gooey, ooey, honey-esque fragrance, and I think it would just add a little bit more to the new one from Creed. Yeah, this is very warm, kind of spicy, a little bit vanillic. There is slightly a green touch to this fragrance. It's honestly a really, really unique scent. You can wear this all year round. I don't find the scent profile is just strictly fall and winter. I can definitely see someone wearing this like as a signature scent 100%, but this is one that I'm going to bring out, put upstairs on my vanity so I can really give more attention. I will do a follow-up video with this one and the other one that they released because I really want to give you guys my full review. So I'm going to test this out for the entire week, layering it and wearing it on its own, and then give you guys a full, concise review. Now, I've been talking about this fragrance the entire video, but let's give it some more shine. Let's give it its own spotlight. This is from the Harmonist. It is Moon Glory, and ever since I got it in my possession, I can't stop talking about this one. It is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's just so luscious, okay? That honey note really pulls on my skin. Like, I know this is supposed to be all kinds of goodness in here, but honestly, I get so much of the honey. Oh my God, it's creamy, it's luscious. It's almost like a tropical vibe in the opening, but then it just goes down to that honey, and that is what my skin really pulls with this fragrance. I find that it smells so good on its own, but layered with other fragrances, it just takes it to another level, and it just is the perfect scent to layer during the fall and winter. Like, it's very warm. Like, even though I get a tropical-esque vibe, I find that more of that honey brings it to like a fall and winter scent. And I just like, I love it. I love, love, love the texture, the creaminess, the almost like thickness of this fragrance. It's creamy, but like a thick cream, like a true honey fragrance. That's That's what I get from this fragrance. Absolutely. I think there is like white florals in there and stuff like that. I don't get much of that. I don't get much of the other notes in here. I get a lot of that honey. So I do find that you have to enjoy honey fragrances to enjoy this one, but you might perceive it completely different. Highly recommend getting a sample if you haven't already, because I love it. And then the dry down, there's like this clean white musk that just, oh, it is so good. Okay, it is so good. You can wear this to a special occasion. You can wear this to date night. It is a really beautiful fragrance that's beast mode, but not heavy. It's not overpowering to the point that it feels like it's suffocating you, even though it has a beast mode power. Like it lasts and lasts and lasts, and it has a really great sillage. So I love it. I cannot see myself without this in my collection ever, ever, ever again. And I also love to layer this with so many of my fragrances, like this one and Fenty Parfum. Last but not least, I'm going to end it here for this video. This is another new one to my collection. I've had it for about a week now, and I am so impressed. You know, when you see these luxury design houses coming out with fragrances, you get a little bit skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Is it just a cash grab? Is it going to be worth the price point? Because a lot of them are not. This smells like a true niche house. This smells like a fragrance that was well prepared, that they took their time in refining it, and it makes me want to smell the entire collection. This smells like luxury, and it is called Carbon. You know I love a rose. You know I love a spicy, warm, addictive, sexy rose, and that is what this fragrance is. It smells so luxurious. It almost has a bit of this like Middle Eastern vibe, in my opinion. It's sexy, it's sensual, it's spicy, it's warm, a little sweet, and the floral is just dark and deep. I love this one. Oh my God. There has to be some sort of woody element in here too in the dry down. It smells unisex, but to me it leans a little bit more feminine, just my opinion, but I can totally see a man pulling this off. It smells really refined, like the notes are just blended to perfection. You have to love those elevated rose scents. That's almost like a rose and oud combination. That is the vibe that I'm getting from this fragrance. I don't know if there's oud in here, but that's the vibe that I get, this like woody rose tone that's a little bit more spicy, but like still clean and like musky in the dry down. Oh, like this is stunning on its own. Absolutely gorgeous. I've already worn it. I'm trying to find a place to spray it. I'm gonna spray it right here. I've already worn this to date night, and I loved the way that it made me feel. Oh yeah. You instantly get that like spiciness, you get that rose in the opening, and it is, as it starts to dry down, it becomes more like intense and warmer on the skin, in my opinion, but still remains kind of clean. It's crazy how it does that. It's like almost like I said, an oud and rose, but like the oud is very subdued. You know, it's not a dirty oud. It's like almost like a creamy sandalwoody vibe. I think there is suede from what I'm remembering when I last looked up the notes, and maybe that's the texture that I'm getting in this fragrance here, but I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I think it's gorgeous. The bottle is stunning. I really love that they went in a different direction and created something quite unique. You know, with these luxury fragrances, you want the entire experience to be up to par with that price point, and I really do feel like they did that. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and saw something new and cool today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts on these fall fragrances, and if you saw something that you want a dedicated video, also comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao!